Hi everyone, welcome to Glow with Grace. So I haven't posted a video for almost 2 weeks and I wanted to come back on here and kind of explain why. Some of you, I'm sure, watching this already know. I've been mostly caretaking for one of our horses, Juanita, for the last 2 weeks. And unfortunately she passed over on last Monday, 3 days ago, January the 14th. So it's been a really wild ride the last couple of weeks, very unbelievably intense. Yeah, definitely one of the most intense experiences of my life. And so much has kind of come out of it. And so I just really wanted to kind of fill you guys in on that a little bit here, and kind of do a little tribute to Juanita, to her beautiful spirit. So I won't go into the whole story of her illness. You know, it's a very long, complicated story, but I'll just kind of say the basics that, well, she came here as a rescue almost 2 years ago, and maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, she began to kind of go into a kind of like illness stage. She had a couple of illnesses, and then suddenly she was on the ground and she couldn't get up. She miscarried a foal, a big foal. He was almost full term. It was a boy, and she delivered him on the 7th of January. He was stillborn, and he was called Pippin. We named him Pippin, and we buried him. And yeah, it was just really complicated situation. So she miscarried, her womb prolapsed. She was on the floor, she couldn't get up, there was like a partial paralysis and just tons of medical complications. So yeah, basically what really needed to happen was for us to help her to get back on her feet. And we did everything that we possibly could to do that. And it didn't work. Yeah, she couldn't do it anymore. And she was 11 days on the ground, and by the 14th, it was like our last possible chance to get her back on her feet. And when we tried, and we couldn't do it. She just couldn't do it anymore. And she went out in just the most amazing way. Yeah, it was. She had like this kind of paralysis thing going on with her back legs, and she couldn't, you know, that was the whole reason she was on the floor. And we were trying to get her up with a hoist a few times during her period on the floor to help her to be up on her feet and to get them moving again. And we were doing, you know, massage and manipulation and all these different things. And on that final day, she was up in the hoist, and suddenly, just, you know, out of nowhere, we didn't realize, but it was her last moments. And suddenly all of this energy came through her in just the most unbelievable way. She suddenly started to gallop with all 4 of her legs. You know, these legs that had just been laying there totally not working, suddenly just all this power, all this force, all this energy came through, and she just went for it. You know, she like galloped out of her body, and it was just amazing. Such a beautiful thing to see. She went like a warrior, you know. There's so much that we've learned through and with Juanita these last couple of weeks, and one of the biggest things for me personally that I witnessed was how amazing the grieving process was. I've never been present at anyone's death, not consciously at least. I mean, I've loved animals who have passed in the night or when I wasn't around them or whatever, but to actually be there at that moment when the soul exits the physical was so powerful. And especially having just been through such an intense period with her. I mean, my life was completely different for those 10, 11 days. I was, I wasn't eating or drinking properly. I was pretty much just running on adrenaline, just doing everything I could all the time to try to help her. And it was so intense. And then suddenly she was just gone, and she wasn't in pain anymore, and she was free. And I was just in such a mixed place of feeling so grateful and happy that she wasn't in pain and that she was free, and then also just this huge sense of grief and loss at that she wasn't in her physical body anymore, and just seeing that physical body in front of me. And I just let the grieving process kind of work itself through me. I pretty much didn't stop crying for the first 24 hours. And it just was doing it itself, I felt like I kind of got out of my own way, kind of became like the witness or the observer or something, and just let the grieving do itself. And there was imagery almost constantly running through my mental space, just imagery from the last 10, 11 days, and all these feelings, and just floods and floods of emotions and tears. And then it was just so amazing. A little more than 24 hours after she went, it was like there was just this kind of big, deep exhale of finality, like it's done, she's gone. And I suddenly was in a place where I could just celebrate her life more, and reflect and be in a position to just appreciate everything that she brought for us. And we all learned so much in those final days. She was so brave. She fought for her life every single step of the way. She was such an inspiration. And in her life, she was so beautiful. She was really just such a sweet girl, really, really docile, beautiful temperament. And she touched the hearts here of so many people. And I really want to thank everyone who was part of her final days. The vets, the local horse guys, the workers, especially our worker Pepe, who was just her absolute hero. I mean, he went above and beyond throughout. He gave his absolute all to try to help her to get back on her feet. He was with her all day. He would be here in the evenings. He was even here at night sometimes. And he gave everything he possibly could to help her get back on her feet. And he's taking some time off now because it was so intense for us. And everyone, all our friends and neighbours here who came out to be with her and give her love, and massage and all the different things that we were doing with her, and everyone on Facebook and beyond who was sending her healing and love and prayers. Thank you so much to everyone. She really felt it, She really knew how much we loved her and that we did everything we could. I also want to give an absolutely enormous thank you to our dear friend Judy Gunn in Scotland, who is the most amazing animal communicator and healer and just phenomenon of nature. I met Judy more than a decade ago. And the work that she does with animals and humans and just everything is just incredible, her healing work. And she helped guide me the entire way through this process with Juanita. I'm just so grateful. I don't know what I would have been doing without her help. So thank you, Judy, so much. So that's it. I just wanted to give an update of what's been going on here, and I wanted to share some pictures with you right here. Some of the beautiful pictures from Juanita's life here with us. I hope you enjoy, and thank you again to everyone who loved Juanita.